Good morning, YouTube. Had to take a deep breath before I said that. Boy, it's cold out here. It's only 70 degrees. It's probably down in the 50s last night, and it's August. Geez, lost for words. Just keep rolling. We're gonna put the carburetor diaphragm kit in here. We had a little trouble in the parts store. They just couldn't look it up. The girl looking in the book, we finally figured out. I had all the numbers with me, model number and everything, but everybody's used to computers. Get the old book out, and it got a little bit hard, complicated, but we got the little gasket for $5 over it. We don't know if we're going to need one. This was supposed to have one put in it. Focus. Okay, we're going to take the cover off, okay? We solved our point problem breaking sharing flywheel keys. We're going to take pictures of this. I might have misspoke about that rod down there, but it runs the governor. Governor comes out of the block. There will be pictures of it. I don't know if the spring's on it, but we'll take pictures of this. This ain't really going to be how to take a carburetor apart, because I have a video on my 3.5 horse Briggs. There is a playlist if you want to look it up. Shows me taking the carburetor apart, basically the same type of carburetors. So we're going to give you a lot of pictures on this one today. So that's just for my benefit too. So stay tuned. I'll bring you back at the end if the thing was running or not. So I won't post the video till I have it all back together, and if it doesn't run right, I'm still going to post it just for all these pictures. So stay tuned, hang in there. We'll get after this job before it gets hot out here. Okay, real quick clip. You can take this bolt out when the cover's off, and you can take this off with one whole assembly, but the way the complicated are with the rods and stuff, and I watched the video on it, I recommend separating it. We have the bolt out of the bottom of the tank down here, where it goes on the block. Okay, I'd recommend separating it. I really do, because it's not as easy to get at when I worked on the 3.5 horse. So that's what we're going to do. Separate this, and I'll snap a picture of it when I get the tank off, so you know that that's what I did. Another quick one. See, I've got this rod to drop down out of here. Take this bolt out, take this bracket off, and it's up to you to fidget this rod and everything. That's all I can tell you, because it's been a while. I was a kid since I worked on one of these, but I'm just showing you some of the ways that I'm getting this thing apart. Totally wrong screw in here that holds the carburetor. Look at that. That's a straight headed. But look how long that one is. And if I can't find one, I have to reuse it. So enough bickering about that. Let's get this thing apart. Stay tuned. Okay, this spring goes over here. See that on that lever? This rod goes to the governor coming out of the motor, and that rod goes up to that lever I showed you that goes across here. I do have pictures of it, so hope you don't have trouble trying to follow my directions. But see, I've got this jacked up on wooden blocks so I can clear everything on the fuel tube. We're trying to keep these little bits short here. Sorry about the shaky cam. We just want this part so we can start getting it cleaned. Okay, real quick before the air compressor kicks in. There's a little hole there. Here's my torch tip cleaner. If you don't have one, get one. I have some MIG wire for MIG welding. Now that is a new needle and seat panel mixer screw, but when you put it in there, you can see where it's kind of chewed. You can almost see it on film. It's like it never made it upright, but I gotta go with it until I find another one. If it works, it works. So the torch tip cleaner, it's probably 30 thousandths flux coated or flux cord MIG wire. This is solid copper coated steel, probably 25 thousandths. There's a sewing needle down in here. See that? I'm thinking that's the only thing that's probably plugged in this carburetor, if there was anything plugged. So it was supposed to have a kit put in it. It did have this gasket put in it, but if you look at it, we'll lay it down in here, it don't look that great. But we have a new one. Trust me, we have a new one. Okay, stay tuned. This is taking too long. Okay, it's not going to focus. There's a split in this tube. We've already took the hairdryer and heated up and pulled that off. There's a little clamp down there at the bottom, if you can see it. You can get brake tubing and replace this, or I've got a piece of antenna, if I can find it laying around here. I don't know where it is. Here it is. Piece of antenna. This is brass, just whatever chrome plate, but it is brass, so it'll work. So we measured the total length when the piece was on there, and what we're probably going to do is cut this where it gets bigger. There, get where it'll focus. Cut this where it gets bigger. Well, this will just go on here. We make sure this is the total length that it was before. We may actually take and drill this out just a little bit. We do not want to run and find any brake line. I watched the video where they use brake line on one. We're going to use this, and we're just going to bevel it and tap it in there. So we use the whole length, tap it in there, and then cut it off accordingly. So probably going to be a part 2 video. This may be the end. You'll just see my progress for the day. So stay tuned. Okay, here's our repair, and that'll be the end of this video here. And I'll have a bunch of pictures for me to look at, or if anybody wants to know on the linkage. But we did drill that out to get that to fit. We measured everything so it'd be the same length. We chopped quite a bit of this off. We made a punch out of this. See all the melted plastic? We kept heating this up with a propane torch. Not red hot, just hot enough to keep expanding this. We did have some junk in here we had to pull out with a awl, pointed object, anything to get it out of there. Because when we went like this, it made like a thread of it. So we did get it cleaned out. We did blow air through it many times. And like I said, that comes up to here. It pumps the gas up here. The gas will return here. Goes back down through here, and this is upside down, but it goes that cup in the tank, and that's what feeds the carburetor to the engine. So this is always pumping gas. Probably said this before. It's always pumping gas up constantly. The overflow goes back into that little cup. This is what feeds the motor down there, the short one. So it's kind of cobbled. Maybe I should have looked for the right part. I am not going to wait for anything on the internet. I figured if this didn't work, I can always find a carburetor. I do have one of these carburetors somewhere, but I'm not going to go look for it. This on here very tight. I put it on there after everything cooled down, and it was really hard to slide that on. This is tapped in with a real small hammer. It kind of deformed this. I just took, like I said, made it round again. So it's pretty thin stuff. I cannot tell you the size of the drill bit, because it doesn't matter to anybody, because it's whatever this tube fits. So it's tapped in there very good. We're done. This is it for today. Thanks for watching this part.